We are probably live. Wait for it to come up on YouTube. And then we'll go into it. As the setting sun slips away and the darkness settles in, the shadows will entice you to dance, but I will invite you down a rabbit hole with me. An hour of the unusual, the unexplained, and dare I say it, the unimaginable. I'm eager to begin, so I hope all your doors are locked, shades are pulled, and all the lights are on, because it's time to get spooky. It's a great night to be streaming, everybody. Hello and welcome to Squatch Squad live from Madison, Wisconsin on this 19th of June, 2021. It is exactly 6 p.m. I am your host. My name is Sandra. And if this is your first visit here, we take these topics seriously. So please respect that. If you can't behave yourself, you'll be booted. Just a heads up. Shout outs to my sons Rosendo and Jojo and any other family that may be watching. Ricky, and I have a graphic for him. Check this out. Congratulations to Ricky Stars on 300 subs earlier today. Very, very cool. Rosendo and Jojo, tcake, Brett and Bonnie, and Garden Tractor Days, July 8th through 11th, Portage, Wisconsin. It's $5 to get in, and that goes to the World War II museum that Brett and Bonnie also run in Portage, July 8th through 11th. Ricky and I go up there, bring a tractor, stay all 4 days. There's camping and hotel rooms available. If you want information on that, please contact me. Please subscribe to the Jimmy Dore Show. Make sure to visit the gift shop. I got some really cool shit in there. And if you want to support the channel, there's a PayPal link for that. We thank you and we appreciate any and all support. Ladies and gentlemen, the star of Show Me Your Pick and Halenville Live and my co-host, tcake.
Hey now.
How are you?
Excellent. What's happening?
Glad to hear it. Not much. Get in the back. Whoops, wrong one. I want that one now. There we go. Big day for you.
Yeah.
As in, got a big show coming up.
We got birthday.
Got birthday coming up.
Yeah.
Did you have any shout outs for anybody?
Everybody here in the chat. Nice to see everybody. I see all the cool kids in here like Mitch Heyman and Charles Green, Dwight Bailey, Lenny Lou and Mary, Jeff K, Sean Beerbrower, Blacktooth Fox.
Hey, Blacktooth.
I think that's all I see. Will Starr. Hello.
Hey, well. It says there's 10 watching, so.
Hugh Caldwell. Nice to see you.
As they straggle in, we'll say hello.
Nice to see you guys. Happy Saturday.
Should I end the poll now? Has everybody voted? Let me know in the chat if you've all voted, if you're afraid of the dark, yes or no.
I'm not.
I know. Lenny Lou said she voted. I think I'm just going to go ahead and end it. Everybody vote? I'm going to click on end. Okay. The poll has ended. I'm not sure if I'm... Okay. Are you afraid of the dark? No was at 72% and yes was at 27%. So I think it would depend for me.
I'm
I don't
not
know on
afraid
what.
of the dark.
I'm not usually either.
No,
All right.
no. I ain't scared of
So,
no ghost.
you ain't scared of no ghosts? Who are you going to call? tcake. So before we jump back into North Carolina, we kind of split that up. We had a guest on last week who had an amazing story. So thanks to Keith for coming on and sharing what happened to him. We appreciate it. And if any of you have something that you want to share, as in a strange tale, you saw something weird in the sky, you know where a haunted house is, maybe there's a location or something that you want us to cover, let us know about it. We'd love to hear from you. My email is right there. Let me know what you got. And especially if you've seen one of them. Thanks to everybody who's tuning in. So, anyways, before we jump into North Carolina, I have a piece of Bigfoot footage I'm going to bring up now. It's the Harley Hoffman film or footage, and I'm not sure if you've seen it before, but Ricky has wanted me to show it for some time, and I keep forgetting, but I have it now. So we're going to watch it. It's very quick.
Absolutely real. I'm telling you, apply the same scientific principles that they espouse to that film and tell me it isn't real. Don't forget, science is an attitude. It's not machines. Science is an attitude of questioning. Not doubting, but questioning. Science may or may not ever get the proof that'll satisfy it.
Very quick video. But this is what was captured. That's what he saw. What I can say is that is not a bear. Not a bear. That's not a deer. It's not a moose.
Where is this at?
I don't know. He don't say. I played again.
It's not machines. It's absolutely real. I'm telling you, apply the same scientific principles that they espouse to that film and tell me it isn't real.
There he goes.
Don't forget, science is an attitude. It's not machines.
It's not a
Science
bear.
is an attitude of questioning.
He's in the mountains
Not
somewhere.
doubting,
I mean, look at
but
that.
questioning. Science may or may
Probably
not
Washington,
ever
Oregon.
get the proof
I'm
that'll
not sure.
satisfy it.
I don't know where the Harley Hoffman. Hang on a second. He must not be in the house. I was gonna ask him if he knew where it was filmed, but so there it is. Any opinions on what that may be, chat or tea cake? I think it just might be a gorilla. He doesn't really say how tall it is, you know. No. Could be. All right. Let's get back to North Carolina. Coming up, we have 3 strange and unusual disappearances. Unsolved from North Carolina. Here we go. Maybe. It's not going to let me play it. Device is having trouble. All right. So we'll just move on then. Strange lights in Fayetteville. How far is that from you?
Hour and a half.
But
Everything.
I don't know. I don't know what the fuck they're dropping. Look, it's staying still.
That's what I'm saying. Like, look at all these motherfuckers.
But they're going to the same location where the other one went.
Yeah.
Apologies for
They're all
that.
going to the. They're all going to the same place that the other one went to, which is right behind those trees.
Must
over
be
there.
Except those
Fayetteville.
two. But that one went out.
It could be. Yeah. It could be Fort Bragg jumpers.
Yes, it could be. With the sulfur packs.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking bright for being a damn jumper. Imagine being right there at that location. Holy fuck.
I don't think that.
If I can see it from here, imagine what they see when they're there. Fuck.
Like, that was actually pretty dope.
That's what it is. See the way it's going like that?
Yeah.
It's airborne. It's armed.
It's pretty cool.
If it rises up, that's not a jumper.
It doesn't
So it
really
goes
seem
down.
to be moving a whole lot.
Slowly. But it goes down.
So if those were jumpers,
Yeah, that's what it is.
wouldn't you see them at a fairly steady pace coming down? You know what I mean?
But I swear, I saw a plane going by, and they jumped out of the plane. Or came out of the plane, one of the two.
I know what they are. Ghost Rider.
Yeah. Well, you notice they all go to one location.
That just died out.
Well, why is that trail so long? The last one.
Hey, bud. Hey, well. Hey. Hang on, let me turn you up.
Don't know, CK. I have no idea what it was. You tell me. Was it a jumper? I don't know. But that's pretty much what they captured. Then we have another interesting lights off the coast of North Carolina. Take a look at that now. Could that be a lighthouse without the, I mean, there's no spinning light. Maybe a ship.
I doubt that's a lighthouse, though. It is a bunch of lighthouses in North Carolina.
And it seems, the lights seem to get brighter, and then the, oh, look at that. Holy shit.
Okay, now there are 4 again. How that happened? I don't know. Still wish I could catch a fish. Oh, 2 are back. Not sure what's going on with the little ones, but they're gone. Okay.
I mean, I don't I don't know what that is. Any ideas, Tony?
Mm-mm.
Could it be maybe some type of boat that just has only those two lights on and shut all the other lights off just for
It's
that
it's in
kind of
the
effect?
it's in the sky though.
But yeah, and then there was two other lights that came out of that, stood there for a minute, and then the two lights disappeared. Chat says it's not a lighthouse. I don't know what it is. Very, very interesting piece of footage. I asked Sean Beerbrower in the chat if he has any ideas. What do you think that is, Sean? Sean's my old boss, by the way. He's a good dude. Dwight says it's a haunted lighthouse. And the name of his next song. There you go, Hitman. Write it up. It's a haunted lighthouse. Rock it out. Sean says not a clue. Yeah, me either. I've never seen anything like it. Now, you've been to the beach several times, probably at night. Have you ever seen anything like that personally?
Uh-uh.
No?
Mm-mm.
Charles, have you? You live down there by Tony. Yeah, it's strange. All right. The
No.
dollhouse. Next up. This place. I don't know if I would go there.
Hey, it's Steve from the Cryptozoology Paranormal Museum. Basically, we're in the dollhouse today. We're not doing ghost hunts here because of the COVID, but we can't social distance. As you can see, I can touch the ceilings in here. It's a very small, old house. But as you can see, it's full of dolls. Crazy place. Very, very haunted. We get a lot of great activity
Chad,
here.
are you
I
scared
haven't
of
been here
dolls?
in months. It's
Do
still
dolls
daylight
creep you
outside.
out? Facebook, do dolls creep you out?
I'm just stopping by to see what's going on and just to post a video explaining why we're not doing these tours. Now, we've had all kinds of movement in here. We've caught voices. People have been touched. Dolls pushed off shelves. I'm curious, since no one's been in here for a while,
Would you go in there,
if we're
Tony?
going to get any kind of crazy activity here. Keep on saying we, as usual. It's just me.
Ask me that after this clip.
She has the stairs, things stuffed in the stairs. We'll try a couple of quick EVPs in here. Here's the book room. Is there anybody in here that wants to communicate with us? Creepy, there's always a doll in the closet. Like doing timeout.
That's too many dolls.
Can you make a noise or move something?
And if they're dolls that people bring from all over,
I know I haven't been here in a while.
they probably are haunted as fuck. If you want to help keep the chat informed with Nighbot
Yeah, there's
Commands,
no heat,
they are in this video's
cooling, or
description.
anything else in
Thank
here.
you. You don't have to be a moderator.
trucks going
Anybody
by.
can post them.
Could you move something in here?
Waiting for a doll to fly across the room. Or start giggling. That would be even worse.
It's a doll with crazy arms.
I think Dean's right.
I know, look at the stocking starting to move.
Yep. Thanks. Thanks, everybody. Hit that like. Don't be too scared. Thumbs up. Thumbs up ain't gonna hurt you. Promise. Chucky's hiding in there, right? I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
You guys see the stocking moving?
Fuck.
Is that you moving the stocking? Thank you. Can you move it some more?
Can you imagine being there at nighttime when there's a storm going on and the lights go out and you have to use a candle? No.
And it stops. All right.
Yeah. You. That's funny.
This is the kitchen area here. This was a house at one point. There's the dolls and stuff.
You can look up
everywhere.
this place
Dollhouses.
online. Haunted locations in North Carolina.
Little clown
Slash
section.
dollhouse, and this will pop up. And there's a few
She's got boxes
videos,
since it's not open to the public.
but this is just.
Either way you look.
I don't know if I'd want to be in there. I'm not scared of dolls, but that's just too creepy. Yeah. Never know what's attached to them. Could be all kinds of malevolent forces
Like I said, we haven't been here in a while.
just
We
waiting to
can
grab
stir
you.
some things up. Sounds like the refrigerator's running. Don't use any
I mean,
meters, that
look
won't make
at
any
all that.
difference.
Obsessed much. Watch that thing start laughing. Mommy.
Is that where you that moved the stocking before? Can you do it again? I know in my past I'm always asking you to do stuff,
Yeah, you shouldn't do that.
but I haven't been here in probably 3 months.
It's disrespectful. Nope. Oops, I wasn't paying attention. Has the stocking moved at all yet? Because I think it might have a little bit. Keep waiting for some doll to come up behind him and slit his throat. Excuse me.
She's pretty creepy.
Mitch says that's true. My daughter's fiance passed away last July. He used to eat a little bag of peanuts. My daughter orders groceries from Walmart, and a bag of these nuts ordered were in her order. It is creepy. It's creepy in a few different ways.
Hi, my name's Chucky. Ha 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 ha.
Wanna play?
to the second floor.
I'm
see
a
what we get
good
up here.
guy. Are you a good guy?
I've been in here so long. God knows what she's got. Lots of
Is it
antlers.
slitting your ankles, slicing your
There's more
Achilles tendon?
dolls. Oh, look at Santa Claus.
Just a weird place. I just saw an eye blink. I agree. This has got a little bit longer.
This room feels really thick. We've actually had that closet door open. They've caught it on camera. Ronald, you up here?
Hey, Blackjack. How am I doing? Come on.
Can you make a sound or move something up here? Open the closet door.
Thanks for asking. Please don't open the closet door. I don't want to see anything move.
I'm not hearing anything. It is dead still except for the cars going by out front.
Yeah. Anyways, not really a scary video, but I thought it was creepy. I thought it was creepy as fuck. Anyways, next up. This is abandoned town in North Carolina where nobody goes. Creepy intro. After the release of the first Hunger Games movie, thousands of people traveled to Henry River Mill Village to grab. Do you know this place? Apparently, they filmed one of the Hunger Game movies there. Used it for District 12 or something like that. I gotta say, it does have a creepy vibe to it. Being a mill, you can bet there's probably been a lot of accidents there. So, I wish this wasn't in the way here. There is quite a few investigations at this building and pretty much the whole I would check it out. They get things thrown at them when they pass the village. Small objects, like rocks or sticks. Nevertheless, the house has been locked up since the residents left, so who is throwing these things? Another almost more terrifying story involves a dirt path in town. If you walk the asphalt road through the town, on the right side, you'll find a dirt path that leads down the dam and the riverside. Those who have walked down the road have heard several men talking to each other. While the conversation is indistinct, it's still audible. Sources claim it's the three original mill owners speaking to each other. While many would run, others have stayed to address the paranormal. Some people have been called the police about this occurrence. There's something certainly terrifying about any abandoned town. The energy left by the inhabitants, maybe souls of someone never truly left. But, yeah, another haunted location in North Carolina, the Henry River Mill Village. Check it out. This next place is called Lake Lure Inn. Have you ever heard of that place, Tony?
Mm-hmm.
You have?
Mm-hmm.
Have you been there?
Not to the inn. I've been to Lake Lure before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
.217 and .218 used to be one room back in the day, and so that was why their manifestations occur in both of the rooms. The story that I've heard a couple of different versions, but really it boils down to is a newlywed couple.
I don't know.
And the
Tony,
wife was apparently
do you know how many
flirting with
homeless
gentlemen down in the lobby at the time. There was at the lounge or the bar or something like that. And the husband had become enraged, and I've also heard several different ways that he disposed of her, but he was supposed to have murdered her in the room. I had heard that he burned her in the bed. I had heard that he strangled her. Lots of different stories you hear from different people.
Is there any like newspaper documentation?
No, it wasn't documented ever.
Do we know the era or approximately?
What I've been told was the 1930s.
1930s.
Yes,
okay.
1930s. But those two rooms, in particular 218 actually, will have this overwhelming smell of roses in the room, and the housekeeping staff doesn't use any sort of rose sprays or fragrances to clean the rooms, but just for some reason there's a lingering smell of roses in there, and certain people smell it, certain people won't. I've had couples that have stayed in here, and the husband joked with the wife that he thought she was crazy the whole weekend that she smelled roses. He said something to the housekeepers about it, and the housekeeper told him what I had basically told you, and he had said, well, you two are just nuts. And then on the last day he was here, he came up to the housekeeper and apologized and said, I don't know what it was, but this morning when I woke up, it was like someone smacked me in the face with a bouquet of roses, and that's all I could smell. And
wow.
Those are the only rooms that it'll smell like that.
That's 217 and 218.
And there's no rose trees around there.
Yeah.
No fragrance is sprayed in the rooms to have it smell like that in particular.
Yeah.
A lot of people have talked about seeing apparitions when they wake up in the middle of the night. There'll be a lady in white just standing at the edge of the bed. She doesn't really ever say anything or interact with them, but it's always in those two rooms.
A lady in white. Okay, and the smelling of roses. Yeah, we had a completely restful night.
Yeah?
Yeah, so disappointed. No, it was wonderful. How about 215 though, the Patrick Swayze suite, which is just on the hall. I've heard some stories about that one.
I really
as well.
haven't heard it of 215. 304 by the Jennifer Grey is supposed to.
304. Okay, we're in 309 tonight.
Okay, all right. Yeah,
anything
so
about 309?
Well, the other thing that have you seen the ghost picture on the
the one
computer?
with the ice sculpture? Yes, we have seen that one.
Yep, and that's supposed to be a little boy. There is a documentary
Well, I know
story
what room I'd be staying in, but
1985
I'm betting
of
Tony
a
wouldn't be
boy
anywhere
from
near that
Henderson
hallway or
that
anywhere near
drowned
there.
in
He'd
the bottom
be
of
on the
his
next
which are about a half
floors
mile off
above
our
her.
property. They used to allow people
Would
to
you
swim
stay
in
there
back
at
in the day
all
before it was
knowing that
closed
it's
off.
haunted?
The reason they're referred to as the bottomless pools is they actually don't
No.
know how deep they are.
Really?
Yep, Discovery Channel came out here about 25 years ago with
Really?
2.5 miles of cable.
Hell
And
no.
they thought that would be more than enough ever to hit the bottom, and they never hit the bottom.
Wow,
So
there's
they-
bottomless pool. I did
They-
not know.
they
We gotta go
don't- they
check
don't
that
know
out for
where
sure.
They go. And there's been stories of scuba divers that have gone down there and bodies that have come up in rivers in Tennessee. So they really don't know where it flows to or where it goes. And,
Holy cow,
yeah,
that's a modern
yeah,
mystery.
Absolutely.
And so this Hendersonville
he
boy.
drowned in the pools. And
Right.
He was in there for about 45 minutes or so.
And why do you guys think he might be here though?
Because it's only about half a mile.
And
back
again,
from
how
our
far is
property,
this
and there's
from where
nothing
you're
in between
at,
there but
Tony?
woods. He
This
fits the
is down
description
near
of the boy in the picture
Wilmington,
as well.
near the
The ice
coast.
sculpture picture, he was about 9 to 10 years old, which the height of that boy, if you look at it in relation to the posts on the walls and the ice sculpture, it looks like about that.
And what time period was the death in?
1985.
Oh,
so
it was-
mid-80s.
oh, it
Yeah,
was
this is a more recent one.
Very recent, yeah.
And we will hear occasionally if you're working night audit, you're the only person here.
Right.
Everyone's sleeping. Right around 2:30, 3 o'clock, you'll always hear, not always, but when I've
Often.
heard it, it's been around that time.
You've
You'll-
heard it.
Right. Oh, absolutely. You'll hear what sounds like a child's footsteps run all the way up and down the hallways. And when it's that
And-
late in the night, you always want to double
I know
check,
what
make sure
phantom
everyone's okay.
footprints
So you
sound
know
And
what's there.
where do you hear that?
Second and third floors.
Second and third floor.
Yep,
Okay.
you'll just hear down here in the lobby, everything echoes, so you'll just hear a bum, 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 all the way down the floor. And we always go up there. I've never seen it physically. I've definitely felt something, but yeah.
Has
they-
anyone seen it physically?
The housekeeping staff will talk about him playing tricks on them in the rooms. They will set things, and then he'll move something around in the room. One of the housekeepers talks. There's a story with two of them where they were cleaning a room and they sat down for a second, and all of a sudden one of their hair just stood straight up on the end, like someone was grabbing it and pulling it up in the air, like above their head.
I
And they think
would,
it's that little boy
Dean.
playing
I would
tricks on them.
absolutely stay there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you said 304 has
304. There's I don't
And
think
I would
anything
probably
in the
film
room in particular,
and
but it's more hallway
record all
activity.
night.
more hallway activity. So we're in 309, so
Okay.
we might experience some hallway
Absolutely,
activity.
yeah.
But that would be that running that you just
Yep.
spoke about. Anything else on the third floor?
No, not really. Everything else that I've heard stories is usually by employees that work down in the spa area or old spa area in the basements. They'll hear
Basements are
a low
always
man's voice. A
I don't
gravelly
care
voice,
where it
call
is,
out their name in
how
particular.
bright it is. I don't.
It's kind of
Basements are creepy.
Yeah, I've heard about a man's voice, and I've heard also that on the third floor, there was one room that a staff member was going to show to a guest, and she couldn't get in because it was actually chained from the inside, and no one was in there,
Yeah.
but they had to actually cut the chain and then repair the chain and
Yeah.
actually get back in the room.
Very
Even though
interesting.
there's
Yeah.
no one in there.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for
Absolutely.
sharing that. We'll have to go to the, what are they called? The bottomless pools?
Bottomless pools, unfortunately, it's all closed off. It's private property.
Oh,
They
darn,
used to,
okay.
like I said, they used to allow people to swim there. There was too many accidents over the years. So they closed them off. My girlfriend actually remembers when she was younger going there. So it's within the last decade or so.
So there's no way you can see them.
Well, there's a road right past our parking lot that's actually called Bottomless Pools Road.
The guy
Okay.
is very
Take that
super informative.
about
Yes.
Less than half a mile back, you'll come to a bridge, and that's where the bridge has the sign "No trespassing" beyond that. And there is a housekeeper that monitors the property that's back there, and she has yelled at people and threatened the police. So
Right.
go at your own risk if you want to wander
Yeah,
back there. But
absolutely.
yeah, that road just goes back to a little
going
wooden
at my
bridge,
own
and once you
risk.
cross that, the pool's right there.
And anything else, like in the area that we should be, yeah, the bat cave. We're looking for anything unusual.
Yeah, there's a lot of stories of the Cherokee Little People. Yeah, the Hickory Nut Gorge.
Okay.
That's been found of settlers that have found very small little man-made tools, carving tools that like a child would use almost. And the legend
you ever heard
goes
of
that
this,
there's
Tony?
these almost fairy-like little people that live within the gap. The gorge was a big route of passing through for the Cherokee tribes from hunting grounds because this land was so fertile even back in the day. So they would pass up from Asheville through the gorge to get to this area. And apparently, if you ever find these tools, you're not supposed to touch them or bring them with you, or the little Cherokee people will curse you. And they're supposed to hang out in the trees.
Taking pictures would probably be okay.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, yeah.
And I'll put a quarter down for scale, and I'll even leave it.
Most definitely. But across the lake on the rumbling ball face of rock, where it's a flat face of rock, there's tons of little caves and things. And if you're an avid hiker with ropes and such, you can climb up to those. And some of them are a little more luminous than others. And it's there's been evidence that there are still the Cherokee little people living in those caves. So,
wow.
Yeah, it's very, very fascinating stuff.
Yeah, this place has a lot of stories. Yeah, we were just gonna stay for one night.
Yeah.
In 217, and then we went to Asheville yesterday, and
Yeah.
we were just so charmed by the whole area. And this place is beautiful, and you guys have been so helpful to us that we were like, no, we're just staying.
Yeah,
so
yeah. Well, it's the Lake Lure area. I've been here for about 2 years. I've noticed. I'm from Wisconsin originally.
you are. We're
Yes.
from Wisconsin.
Really?
We're from Milwaukee.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I grew up in Green Bay.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's- yeah. So I skipped northern winters, moved down here.
Yeah. And we're considering that.
Yeah.
I knew that.
Really. Yeah. It's
So we're charmed. Thoroughly charmed.
It is kind of funny when they get predictions of half an inch of snow. You can't find milk, bread, or eggs in any grocery store. It's like a mad rush. The cities shut down if it snows for an inch.
True.
Yeah.
So it's way different, but then you get it and it's melted by the next day.
true.
Oh.
So it's kind of like a little vacation from work, and maybe 2 or 3 times a year.
I was looking at a restaurant thing yesterday, and it had some history, and it talked about shutting down for the snow day. Oh, enjoy your snow day.
Yeah.
I'm like, I wonder how much snow they actually had.
Yeah, it's just unfortunately there's so few plows is what it really is.
Yeah.
People
Right.
really don't know how to drive down here in the snow.
Yeah.
So everyone is afraid. They all just
Hey,
just
Dave
stay
Ennis,
inside.
how are you?
And you're like,
Oh,
no
yeah, I
big
love
deal.
it. Exactly.
But the worst part of it is,
I'm from Wisconsin.
a half inch of icy snow
Oh, yeah.
is way more dangerous than, say, 4 inches of...
Most definitely. And
you
that is
know,
one thing
Right,
that
right.
they get down here.
Slushy stuff,
Yeah,
you know.
they get a lot of the
Ice
freezing
storms?
rain.
Yeah.
And that is quite a bit, like you said.
Especially
quite a
in
bit.
these hills and curves. Oh my God, the road back and forth between here and...
Oh yeah, that would.
Yeah.
Lake Lure
It's all
in-
windy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take a different path just to see...
Sure.
area.
Edneyville's still got some curves if you go down that way.
Book a room,
take
stay
that
overnight.
Right by Bat Cave, that
Let me know how it
bridge.
goes.
If you turn,
Oh yeah, Batcave.
yeah, if you turn probably Bat Cave, go over the bridge, it'll take you to Edneyville. So
Is there a bat cave? And do we have a bunch of bats that come
there
up?
is a Bat Cave. I don't think you can go inside it anymore.
No?
Oh.
But is there like a mass exodus of bats?
Yes.
Dust?
Yeah, it's kind of a preservation, so that they used to allow public into it, and that really diminished the numbers.
Okay.
The
It's
ancestors.
not so up around Iguana.
Exactly.
But being outside and you see all the bats, if there's a place
I've never
where you
seen them. I honestly don't even know where
Not
it
a
is.
fan of bats.
But
Okay.
you know what's weird is we were quite a bit
Have rabies.
west of here.
Sure.
2 nights ago, we stayed at Balsam Mountain Inn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really neat place. Very different than this.
Yeah.
It is the other end of this.
Okay.
Same era.
Yeah.
But it
Also
has got
haunted.
screen
205.
doors,
Yeah.
And you walk right in.
Sure.
A lot of wicker furniture.
Yeah.
Very, casual, very cottage.
Maybe, yeah.
Very, we're just a little cottage in the mountains kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's a big cottage.
Absolutely.
Whereas you guys, this is stately, man.
We wouldn't just
Anyway,
be
the
standing
thing
right
is
there
that
either.
I
I'd
was
be like,
walking
dude,
around
you got to
there,
take me
and
to
it
a
was
place,
prime
the
mosquito
hottest
time, and
spot
I'm
where
like,
you had
where are all the
activity.
mosquitoes?
Right.
Yeah.
Let's go check it
So
out.
you're coming from Wisconsin. Is this
Mosquitoes
like
down
a?
here are a lot smaller. You can't hear them. And I tried to explain that to my girlfriend. Is the mosquitoes up north? They're big, and you can hear them when they're a couple
Yeah.
feet away. Exactly. You can't hear them until they're landing on you. And also, the bites are smaller, and they don't last as long down here. It's weird.
I don't think we've even seen any.
I haven't had a bite.
Not nearly what you get up in Wisconsin. Yeah.
So what are
Why
so?
would you not just move? That's it.
I don't know.
I'm quitting my job.
So the hidden pools you said?
For bottomless pools.
Bottomless pools. Bottomless pools.
Yes.
Have you ever been to
any
that
cemeteries
spot?
on here? That
The bottomless
are
pools?
public?
Ones. If you go to Rutherford,
No.
which is about 20 minutes east of us. It's one
Rutherford?
of the oldest towns around here. It was built in, I believe, 1797. That's where I live. It's actually has some really cool historic buildings. It
Bottomless
was the
pools.
first
Yeah,
minted
that's
gold
dangerous.
coin in the entire U.S. was minted there at Beckler's Mint. And then there's a really cool cemetery that's right there. I believe it's by a Episcopal church, but a very cool old Civil War gravestones and things like that.
Very cool. Yeah, we'll have to check that out. There's so much, here.
There's so much.
We're glad that we stayed. I'm Allison,
All right,
by the way.
Daniel.
I'm going to cut it up there. A lot of places he gave him to go see. Holy shit. What time is it? All right, 15 minutes. This next one, nothing to do with North Carolina, but it is some real creepy shit. Hang on. Check this out. Don't get scared now. Go subscribe to Nuke's Top 5. It's an excellent channel.
The top 5 ghosts caught on tape. The Doorway. The Barton Mansion in Redford, California is considered by many to be one of the most haunted locations in the state. Way back in 2001, 2 young men decided to investigate the abandoned house. What they caught on tape remains one of the most controversial ghost sightings ever recorded.
Cover my back, alright. What the hell's that? That on the floor. Right there. Oh, shit! Oh, no!
Now, something of interest here. It looks as though the figure in the video has to crouch down to fit through the doorway. This would mean that the person, ghost, or whatever this is, had to be around 7 feet tall or more. Today, 16 years later, the 2 men who recorded the video still claim that the footage is 100% real. The Anguished Man. Sean Robinson has been posting YouTube videos for over 7 years of a painting that he claims is haunted. According to Sean, the painting, named The Anguished Man, has a dark history. It was painted by a mentally disturbed man who committed suicide shortly after completing it. Sean claims that every time he gets the painting out of his attic storage, strange things begin to happen around his house.
So I'm going to set up the recording equipment and leave it for approximately 8 hours, and I'll leave the light on.
Something's moving around. Huh. Of course, this could be him, you know, hoaxing or whatever, but
Over 7 years, Sean has only posted 8 videos to his YouTube channel. He says that between filmings, the painting is kept securely locked away in his attic. Headless haunting. Some kids in Iraq are filming around an old abandoned school. At first, their exploration is pretty uneventful. Then one of the boys mentions in Arabic that his phone that had been fully charged was now about to shut off. Right after he says this, the cameraman nonchalantly pans around an abandoned classroom. Just then, a call to prayer can be heard from a nearby mosque. The camera catches this strange footage.
if this is edited, this is really good.
والله بفكر ما شيء والله مش عارف والله الحمد لله على الباب.
you see it?
The boys couldn't see the headless apparition with their naked eye and had no reaction. It was only later, when watching the footage back, that they noticed the chilling figure in the video. The Phantom Diner. CCTV footage from Jimmy's World Grill in Bedfordshire, England, captured some strange activity in the restaurant on tape.
Yeah, this is, watch this. There goes the chair. There goes. What the fuck?
Now, if this scene were being faked with multiple hoaxers pulling fishing line or strings, it seems like it might attract a little more attention from the other diners. But in the footage, no one even looks up until the noisy plates and silverware hit the floor.
Everybody would have to be in on it, and that would be hard to do. Yeah, like Lenny says, made some air conditioner. I don't know. That plate went flying. All right. Hopefully we can get to this other one. I got one more. If you guys want. Okay. That's kind of long. How long is this one? This is about 10 minutes. Here we go. Top 10 famous monsters caught on tape.
And it completely altered the course of my life.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 famous monsters caught on camera.
Justin says he's seen them before. He describes himself as a chupacabra hunter.
This is about my fourth one that I sighted. This is the second one we've gotten on camera.
Search the area. Nobody to be found. Not a soul.
Take a look at this viral video from La Junta in southeastern Colorado.
For this list, we'll be looking at the creepiest alleged photographic and video evidence of legendary creatures, including those not from Earth. We'll be including some that are generally thought to be hoaxes, but that have nonetheless become iconic. We will, however, be excluding ghosts. Which photo or video do you find the most convincing? Let us know in the comments. Number 10, Mothman. The Mothman's window of fame was brief, but left a lasting impact.
Put him out, put him out, put him out, put him out, put him out. Put him out? I just say it.
Its reign of terror only lasted from November of 1966 to December of 1967, with the first headline reading, "Couples see man-sized bird creature something." Said to haunt Point Pleasant, West Virginia, it was described by eyewitnesses as, quote, a large flying man with 10-foot wings and glowing red eyes.
Anybody ever seen
However,
the
the Mothman may be back. In November of 2016, a resident snapped some pictures of what looked like an airborne man with wings
tcake,
and
you ever see
skinny
the
legs.
Mothman?
The man insists that the photos are
Anything that
genuine,
ever looked like
and
that
he
right there?
reportedly wasn't even aware of the Mothman legend before seeing the creature flying in the sky.
I think that
Harris
could be a
has
kite,
met
though.
many Mothman believers over the years,
They
like
make
the
kites
Smiths.
that look
You
like
have
anything.
eyewitnesses, so you know, yeah, it does have potential, and I do sort of want to believe.
Number 9, Ningen. Stories about the Ningen are relatively recent, originating on the Japanese text board 2 channel.
I would not want to see one of
Supposedly,
them.
it was first sighted by a Japanese whaling vessel off the coast of Antarctica. The crew watched as a pale, humanoid whale-like creature emerged from the water. Descriptions vary, with some eyewitnesses claiming it has arms and legs, while others say it has fins, tails, and tentacles. The Japanese paranormal magazine Moo picked up the story in 2007 and even displayed a Google Earth screenshot of what appeared to be a Ningen in the South Atlantic. Unfortunately, not much is known about the Ningen at
think
this
it's
point, but you have
supernatural
to
or
admit
anything like
that
that.
is one unsettling photo. Number 8, Skunk Ape. While tales of foul-smelling simians in Florida go a long way back, they peaked in the 1960s and 70s. According to eyewitnesses, it was a rusty red color and stank like a skunk. In 2000, Ochapi resident Dave Sheely filmed what he claims was a skunk ape, although others counter it was a man in a gorilla suit. Later that same year, a photo was anonymously sent to the Sarasota Sheriff's Department. Experts identified it as an orangutan, but that didn't satisfy everyone.
I had an encounter with a skunk ape, and it completely altered the course of my life.
In 2012, filmmaker Stacy Brown caught what he claims was thermal footage of a skunk ape during a close encounter at a night in Florida's Torrey State Park.
They saw that the creature had run through a barbed wire fence, that they were able to obtain hairs. They sent the hairs to their lab, and it came back as an unknown creature.
Number 7, Chupacabra. First reported in Puerto Rico in 1995, the chupacabra is said to resemble a small bear with a row of spines on its back.
Justin says he's seen them before. He describes himself as a chupacabra hunter.
This is about my fourth one that I sighted. This is the second one we've gotten on camera.
It purportedly sucks the blood of livestock, with its name literally meaning goat sucker in Spanish. The legend is mainly centered around Puerto Rico, northern Mexico, and the southern United States, with a supposed sighting in Houston in 2019. But perhaps it roams further afield, because in 2016, a video was published online depicting a bipedal creature with a stooped back, as voices spoke in Portuguese. To be honest, it looks very much animated, but it is pretty creepy. Number 6, Trunco. Every now and then, a horrific mass of flesh and organs will wash up on shore. They're known, disgustingly enough, as globsters. In 1924, a globster appeared on the shore of Margate, South Africa, only this one was a little different. Eyewitnesses described the mass as having snow-white fur and a trunk, with one farmer describing it as a giant polar bear. The witnesses also state that the creature was battling 2 killer whales before it washed up on shore.
Does that look like a polar bear?
It sat there for 10 days and was never studied by an expert. Photos have since emerged of the globster, showing humans standing next to a
Ain't that
giant
a cable
white
like
mass.
stuck in a bunch of
Number
netting
5,
or something?
Yeti.
Welcome to the Himalayas!
Maybe I'm wrong, but
In 1951, an expedition
movie,
led by
by the way.
English mountaineer Eric Shipton identified the route later used for the first successful ascent of Mount Everest. The expedition also made a more startling find. With Dr. Michael Ward, Shipton discovered and photographed alleged Yeti footprints, igniting debate that's continued ever since. Each print measured 13 inches long and was twice as broad as a human foot.
Why can't they call me the adorable snowman or the agreeable snowman, for crying out loud? I'm a nice guy. Snow cone?
They also found claw marks etched in the glacier. These weren't the first such photos either. In 1937, English mountaineer Frank Smith had also taken a photo of footprints in the snow. However, experts agreed that they probably belonged to a bear. The Yeti might still be around. In 2019, the Indian Army claimed to have found Yeti footprints in the Himalayas. Number 4, Hook Island Sea Monster. Located off of Queensland, Australia, Hook Island is an uninhabited and rugged island that serves as a popular tourist destination owing to its colorful coral. In 1964, the island became known around the world owing to a series of photos that seemed to depict a tadpole-like sea monster. The photos were taken by a man named Robert Le Sirec, who spotted the creature in the island's Stonehaven Bay. Le Sirec estimated the creature to be upwards of 80 feet long. Various explanations have been put forth, like the monster actually being a deflated skyhook balloon or a custom-cut plastic sheet. Or it could be a genuine sea monster. For the sake of excitement, we're gonna go with that one.
Sure.
Number 3, the Solway Firth Spaceman. People have been trying to prove the existence of aliens for decades. Many photos and videos turn out to be hoaxes, like the infamous alien autopsy video that made waves in 1995, only to be revealed as fake a decade later.
Well,
Debate
have you
persists,
seen it?
however,
If you
around
haven't
the
seen it, it's
Solway
on
Firth
YouTube.
Spaceman,
Watch
photographed
alien
in 1964. While relaxing on Burr Marsh in Cumbria, England, firefighter Jim Templeton took a series of photos of his 5-year-old daughter. One of them depicts a mysterious astronaut-like figure standing or floating in the background. Some people argue that the figure is Templeton's wife and that her pale blue dress appears white due to overexposure.
Clearly,
Others
that
are
is
not
somebody
convinced.
in a
He's hoping that even after all this time,
the mystery can still be solved.
That's the question. Who is he? Where's he from? Those are the two questions we want answered.
Number 2,
He's from the
Bigfoot.
kitchen.
There are plenty of supposed photos and videos of Bigfoot out there. Some are easy to believe, like the photo of a juvenile Bigfoot captured by a Pennsylvania man in 2007. Others, like the Sasquatch skull supposedly found on Mars, really
right?
strain credulity. One of the most debated of all is undoubtedly the Patterson-Gimlin film, named after its creators, Roger Patterson and Robert Gimlin. Captured in 1967, the film depicts a hairy, bipedal creature walking through Northern California's Six Rivers National Forest. It's easily the most famous video evidence of a cryptozoological creature, and the film has been studied, analyzed, and parodied for decades.
New York One has just received some exclusive amateur news footage that you just might want to follow up on. There seems to be a strange man dressed as an elf wandering through Central Park.
Its authenticity remains in question, but for many, this is the holy grail of Bigfoot evidence.
Sorry, Julian, we thought you were saying squamps.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings
That
and
Patty
switch
film
on
has
notifications.
3 Bigfoots in it.
Number 1,
Blacktooth.
Loch
There's
Ness Monster.
3 of them.
Photos of numerous underwater creatures have made headlines, from the aforementioned Hook Island sea monster to Raystown Ray in Pennsylvania. But none are as popular as Nessie. Said to inhabit Loch Ness in Scotland, this monster has been inspiring reports since as far back as the 6th century, although they really only picked up steam in the 1930s. The monster shot to worldwide fame in 1934 thanks to the infamous surgeon's photograph, supposedly taken by Robert Kenneth Wilson. Sadly, most now agree that it was a hoax. However, there are dozens of other photos and videos that have made waves, including the well-known Dinsdale film taken in 1960. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from Watch Mojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.
And with that, we bid y'all adieu. Make sure in an hour from now, go over to Fruitcake Tony's channel. You are cordially invited to what's probably going to be one of the most fun birthday bashes this year. Show Me Your Pick is 1 year old. And there's going to be all kinds of special guests. We're going to be showing some really cool videos and sharing lots of fun memories and making new fun memories. So please join us if you would. It would mean the world to us to see everybody there. Anything you want to add?
You said it all. You said it all. Yep. 1 hour from now.
1 hour from now. We're on
a lot of
TK
guests
channel.
showing up tonight.
Links down in the description. Click it and be there.
Yep.
We gotta go. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.